Welcome to Chronically Crocheting. I have a lot to share with you. Let's have some fun. Hi, my yarny friends. My name is Crystal, and I'm on here today to share with you a few crochet patterns that I have finished and to give you an update why it's been 3 months since I have been off YouTube. And I'm going to first get into my crochet patterns, but for those of you that are new, I just wanted you to know that I live with chronic illnesses that leave me bedridden the majority of the time. This right here isn't my reality. I wish it was. I wish I could be in here and play in this room a whole lot more than I do. I hardly ever do. I normally spend my life on a couch bed, dealing with brutal, disabling fatigue and pain and many other things. And if you're curious, I've listed a lot of my diagnoses in the description box below. So last time I was on here, I had mentioned I had lost my crojo. I had just moved. The house was giving us problems, and yep. We still have a lot of problems with the house, and but I did get my crojo back, and I'm very, very excited, and I'm going to share with you a few of the items. I can't go over all of them, so I'm going to probably do them in a bit separate videos. So recently, so I'm just going to get into it. I haven't done this in forever, so it's a little awkward for me. So I'm going to get into my first out of these 3 finished objects, and this would be a Kerropi. This is my second Kerropi of the same pattern. I made him about like a month ago when I was in Washington State for the birth of my grandson, and I made this for my daughter-in-law, Sarah. And then when I got home, I was showing Joy that I had made this Kerropi. I showed her a picture, and she's like, "Oh, that's my favorite one too." And I have not made Joy anything. She has always, and so I was like, oh, since she liked the Kerropi, it was her favorite, I decided to make her one of these. And he turned out super cute. This is, I got some notes. This is a pattern by, I don't know how to say her name. I'm just going to put her name right down here for you. It is a pattern you can find on Ravelry. It is $4.59. And I used a 4-weight yarn and a 3.5 millimeter crochet hook. The yarn I used was, it's not this skein, but it was this yarn. I love this yarn in the colorway Key Lime. And I have to say, I really, really like Key Lime. My daughter-in-law thought it was like the perfect color for him. And then this red, I really like this red. I was surprised by it. It's not a true red. It looks more like a tomatoey red. And it is, I love this yarn in the colorway Fire Red. And I had to get another skein of it because I don't have a lot left. And I really, really liked this shade of red. It's just not your traditional red. And then the white is just from the same Hobby Lobby and white. I don't remember, I don't think there was anything. I think the pattern was good. You do sew on the eyes. I don't know if she has you sew these on. I'm just so used to pre-making them and then crocheting them in. I am pretty sure that's what I did the second time. I think the first time I did sew them on because my brain was just so slow. And then the second time I made them, I realized, oh, I'm going to make the arms first and then crochet it in the last round. That's what it looks like I did. So he's a lot of fun. And it also comes with the ghost Teru or something like that. And I did make the ghost for Sarah, even though she wasn't really familiar with it. And I'm going to pop in the pattern of the other one I made with the ghost. The ghost turned out really big. I thought the ghost was supposed to be smaller. I'll put a picture in of the designer's picture compared to my picture. The ghost turned out bigger. Now, I don't know, did she use a smaller yarn? I'm not sure, but he was a lot of fun to make. And my the second finished one I made, now this was for Joy as well. The only thing she had ever asked me for was an elephant. And I had looked and looked and looked for an elephant that inspired me, and I couldn't find one. And I finally told her a few months ago, I said, Joy, I can't find a pattern. You need to find a pattern that you like, and then we'll make that one. Well, she couldn't find a pattern she liked either. And then I was looking through patterns. I don't know, it was on Ravelry. I don't know how I got to this designer's website. Maybe by looking, I don't remember. But anyway, I was on this designer's website, and she had a lot of free patterns, and I saw this one. She has ones that you can buy as well, but this one was a free pattern. It's by Sweet Oddity Art. Her name is Sunny the Elephant, and it's a free pattern. However, there was a few things that I found maybe not wrong, but a few issues I came up with in the pattern, but who can complain? It's free, and look at this gorgeous elephant. So the first thing was she tells you to place the safety eyes. Then later she tells you to take them out and do some little stitches. Well, I had already placed the safety eyes. So for me, when you say place the safety eyes, I place them. But she later then takes them out. Now it didn't, so she could like sink them in a bit more, right? To do this one thing to sink them in. So it really didn't affect me. I don't mind them not sunken in more. The second issue for me, and maybe it won't be for you, is the feet were all the way twisted in. And it looked weird to me. I didn't like it that way. And I'll pop up the picture of hers there. And so I had to adjust the pattern. One of them, I had to only adjust it by like 2 stitches, and the other one I had to adjust it by 11 stitches. So it's funny, the difference. I don't remember which one was which, but I did have to adjust the feet so that they would be facing out, because they literally looked 100% turned in. And then the only second issue that's not a major issue is that her color change, she has you do it up front. And so you have this kind of going up. And if I were to make it again and remember, I would have the color change be in the back. Because, oh, I have a, because if you have it in the back, that, you know, look at how straight it is. It doesn't matter for it to be straight in the back. It'd be nice if it was straight in the front and you didn't have this kind of looks like it's going up. She does have you do like a slip stitch for a belt, but I didn't want that. And so if you're going to make this, I suggest you just make the color change in the back. It won't really affect the dress or anything, the pattern at all, as long as you do the same amount of stitches and everything. And this, but it's free pattern, and it's a wonderful, amazing, adorable pattern. Now, I did change the dress up a little bit. I wanted it a little bit longer. I thought it was a bit too short. It was too ruffly. I didn't want it so ruffly. So I only did like 1 increase right here, and then the rest I just single crocheted 2 rows. And I really liked it like that. I thought about maybe putting some fun button flower kind of thing and embroider leaves, but Joy didn't want that. She said she liked it just like this. So, can't believe I forgot the tail. I found her really cute. I enjoyed the pattern. I used colors. My son saw it and she goes, oh, those are the color, Joy's favorite colors. I'm like, yeah, that's why I picked them. It was just so funny how surprised he was that the elephant happened to be in her favorite colors. I'm like, yeah, I chose those colors. So it was just funny. For the body, I used Premier Anti-Pilling Everyday Melody in the colorway Ash. And for her dress, I used Lion Brand Basic Stitch Studio. Gotta learn your look right there. And the colored Mustard. And I can't find the pink. I don't know what pink I used for her ears. It is a Lion Brand Anti-Pilling, but I don't know. Oh, but one thing is this yarn, even though it says it's a 4-weight, it is smaller than the Lion Brand. So you make the front panel, you make the back panel, and then you crochet them together. I had to add a row or two, I can't remember, to make these two the same size, and then I was able to crochet around because, again, the Premier Melody is smaller than the Lion Brand Anti-Pilling. So that was the only adjustment I had to make because they were different sizes. So really excited to finally, after many, many, many years, make Joy an elephant. And I made her 2 things now, and I hadn't made her any. The next one is I'm going to be doing a vlog soon. Seems like I'm always late to the game, guys. I'm always late to the game. Like my snowman, I was late to the game, and I'm almost late to the game, so hopefully I can do this vlog soon. But I have an Easter basket full of mini crochet items that are wonderful for Easter baskets, and I wanted a carrot pattern, and I really couldn't find one that I wanted that was in my brain. So I created my own carrot. So I'm going to have this tutorial. It's all ready and to be uploaded, or not, it's uploaded. It's all ready to be released, but I wanted to do this since it's been 3 months, this video, to share with you my carrot. I had a lot of fun. I went out and picked some carrots. I got a basket full of carrots from my garden. I was just kidding. This is the one I make on the tutorial. Isn't he cute? So I use Premier Chanel, the pom-pom yarn. I'm going to do a yarn review on that. I've made a couple other items with it. I'm going to let you know my thoughts on it. These 2 are using Himalayan Dolphin Baby. These are the first ones I made. And then I switched to this yarn, bigger eyes, had a lot of fun. These are 12 millimeter. You could even use 10. Just use what you got. Have fun with it. Now this is with a 4-weight and a 3.5 millimeter crochet hook. It's the same pattern. This is how the size difference of the 2. So you can use a 3.5 millimeter and a 4-weight yarn. It'll just be smaller than the one made with Chanel. I was trying to, with the Chanel and the 4-weight, make one the same size, you just add more rows to it, you know, like rows 7 through 11. You would just keep doing more rows until you got it the height that you wanted. I just wanted to know, so this isn't exactly from the pattern, this one is. I just wanted to know, I don't know how many more, 1, 2, 3, maybe I did 4 more rows. You know what, I did more than that. I think I did another round of increase, and then I added more rows. So anyway, this isn't the tutorial pattern, so why did I show it? I don't know. I know, guys. I'm just surviving being alive. I'm just happy to be on here. I'm a little bit too hot, but that's okay. That's okay. So this tutorial will be coming out soon. I think that's it for the patterns. Did I tell you? Oh, I use a 5 millimeter crochet hook Chanel yarn in this tutorial, but you could use a 4-weight yarn and a 3.5 millimeter or any size yarn you want. Just know that you will get it bigger or smaller depending on the yarn. This guy is 5 inches. The smaller one is 3 inches. Perfect for Easter baskets. My grandson, I had all these items crocheted and he wants one of these so bad, and I was like, okay, just wait till I do a video, and he's so sweet and patient. So I was surprised this is one that he wants out of everything I made. And so that's it for crochet goodness. Where am I? 15 minutes, that's a long time. So I'm going to briefly get into where I've been and what's been going on, just for those yarny friends that have known me for such a long time and that have been really worried about me. I love you guys. And I just want you to know I will not give up on my channel until I have finished. Well, hopefully I'll just never give up on it, but I have made a vow to myself to not give up on my channel until at least I've finished my Squares of Love crochet cardigan. And I'm hoping to get, now that I finally got my Crojo back, there's a vlog I want to do first, and then I'm going to start working on that again. And I will not stop this channel until I have finished that cardigan. Now, I don't want to stop this channel, but it's one thing that's helping me push forward and help me to get back on here, is because you guys, a lot of you have sent me these squares, and I just have felt so guilty that I haven't worked on that, and I want it so badly. And I really would love to have, you know, because with the leftovers, I'm going to do a Afghan to put on my bed. I was using a blanket I was sent for my couch bed, but now it's on my bed. And then my husband uses it sometimes. But, so where am I going with this, guys? So I'm not going to give up on this, well, hopefully ever, but at least not until that's done and you guys can see that completed cardigan and blanket. So where have I been? Why my eyes are tearing up. So, so you know, I moved here. A lot of bad things happened that made, the move alone made me really, really sick. It was very, very hard on my body. And then the water here, the bacteria in the water in the well made me really, really sick. And then all I had was bad days and never was having any good days. I just have been so, so sick and just suffering a lot. And then I needed to go to Washington and Oregon for the birth of my grandson and to visit my mom. It had been a year since I've seen my mom, and she's not doing well. She can't come visit me, and it had been a year. And so a week and a half before I needed to leave, prior to that, I was thinking, I don't know if I can make it. I don't know if I can make it. And because I had not had any good days. So I left at the end of January to first go to Oregon to visit my mom for a few days, and then my sister, and then fly to Washington. And that whole time I was like, I'm just so sick, not thinking I'm going to be able to make it. But by the grace of God, a week and a half before I left, things finally eased up on me. You know, we moved in this house in August, so it had been that long before I had any run of any like good days for me. So I had a week and a half. I needed to pack, and I had wanted to make cookies. I know this is random. I know this sounds weird, but one thing I do love about this house is we got this kitchen, and I got this designated area, baking area. I love to bake, and I'm just so sick I don't get to bake. It's just too much work. But then now I have this designated baking area where everything's right in this area. And I had this idea of I could just, you know, pull everything out, and I could bake in stages. Like first get all the ingredients out, sit there, rest for a while, get there, bake it. mix it all up, and then refrigerate the cookies for a while, and then, you know, bake them. So I could take it into steps, but at least everything was together and I didn't have to go hunting to bring everything together. So I did finally get to bake cookies, and I'm going to first show you this baking area. Hopefully I was putting up my baking area. So excited to have this cookbook out that I've had since I was a little girl. There's a recipe, the sugar cookie recipe in there I've used, except I don't put the lemon peel in it. I've used since I was a little girl. It's the one I've used. I can't do dairy. I now have to do dairy-free baking, and I was curious how a cookie would taste with, I call it fake butter, but it's just like vegan butter. And so I was finally able to bake some peanut butter cookies, and I was really excited, and my son tried them, and he goes, "Oh my gosh, Mom, you still got it. You still got it." Because I used to bake for them their whole lives, and they grew up with me baking. I love to bake. It's my happy place. And I haven't got to bake in 8 years. I don't know, long time. And he was just so thrilled. That he's like, "You still got it, you still got it." So that was a lot of fun. And then I tried this macadamia nut recipe with, I found vegan or dairy-free white chocolate chip cookies. I didn't really like the recipe. It was too loaded with chocolate chips and macadamia nuts. I didn't think that was possible, but it is. So then I go to Oregon and I see my mom. I help her. I clean her fridge. I do little stuff around the house. I go grocery shopping. I was just wonderful to have enough energy. I wasn't piping full of energy, but enough to help my mom. It was a blessing to me to be able to bless my mom and to visit with her and my sister. I go to Washington and for the birth of my grandson. He was due like February 4th, and or the 1st, or I can't remember, but he was like 2 weeks late. He was born a few days before we were supposed to leave, and he was actually born on Valentine's Day. And so but unfortunately, the day before, Lily came down with cold symptoms, or 2 days before, because she was induced the day before and gave birth. I don't know. Lily got sick. Sarah and Justin were sick during the delivery. The next day they come home. We had kept Lily away from us. They came home. We were like, "Oh no, we need to go before we get sick." And so I didn't get even a day with my grandson, even though I spent over 2 weeks waiting to be with him. I thought I would have all this time with him. And but Stephen gets scary sick, and unfortunately he did indeed get scary sick. We tried to rush home, and he still got it, and I didn't get it, but he got it. I don't know. And so he's been scary sick, and then I got crazy sick, went into another crazy long flare. We have bacteria in the water again, but we knew that before I even came home. Been drinking bottled water. They had to chlorinate the water again. That made me crazy sick, the smell of it, and then I had to take a shower in it. And anyway, it's just things have not been going well, except for the birth of my beautiful grandson. And when I was there, I did start crocheting again and started to get my crojo back. I went to the store and just got 4 colors of yarn. I had got black and white and red and green, and I just started crocheting because I knew I wanted to make her Kerropi. I made the Kerropi. I made the little ghost. I made Lily a hat. Oh, and I had red. And I made Lily a Valentine's a Valentine's bear. Oh my gosh, the Valentine's bear. I'll show that in a different, because I really want to, I'm going to share that in a different one. I don't have it with me, but I have pictures, but I want to talk about it, and I didn't write down the pattern and stuff. So, So only the last couple, and then like 5 days ago, we started having leaking out of a window into a outlet. It's just, we got leaks in windows now. It's just one thing after another. I'm still struggling because of the chlorine. Anytime I do a laundry or you turn on the water, it smells like really bad chlorine, and it makes me miserable. Like, it's just terrible, but hopefully it'll be better soon, and hopefully we have a solution to that now, and it's onward and upward. I can be better. I keep getting like eating dairy accidentally, and it makes me really, really sick, and I get a really bad rash from it, like a terrible rash. And I'm trying to get over that. So it just keeps piling up, and that's what has been keeping me away, because I've just been miserable. I didn't want to wear this hat. I look terrible. I'm like, I'm never gonna look good. I'm never gonna dress cute. I'm never gonna get makeup on. My hair isn't gonna be clean. That's why I have this hat. This hat looks terrible on me. It washes me out, but my hair is so yucky. I needed a hat on. And so I'm like, I'm never, ever, ever going to get on here if I don't just get on here looking terrible. So, you know, it's not the way to get viewers. This isn't my reality. I was hoping to get a little video of my reality, how I spend my life. We'll see if I can get my husband to do a video of the reality of my life and how I spend it. A lot of times I can't crochet, even though I got my Crojo back. If my fatigue is too severe, I can't even crochet. I don't have the energy to move my arms or process the information. I can't even watch anything. I just have to lay there and stare at the walls. So anyway, but I'm just so happy to be on here today. Hopefully I still, you know, you guys are still here for me. I know you are, because I know you love me. I know you care about me. I've missed you. I want to be on here. I want to be on here. I have all these ideas. I have all these things that I've made that from the past that I never got to do a video on. It's just, yeah. I might do a video on what disabling fatigue is really like, because it's not, because I'm getting older. So anyway, that's a whole different story. So that's where I am. I'm hoping I'm back. I'm gonna be back. I'll just I don't know. I don't want to do them from my couch bed, guys. I want to be in this cute room. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I gotta show this. I'm gonna scroll on you before I go. I got a squirrel. I got a squirrel. This Garfield. Oh no, where is he? Oh my goodness, that's really hard to do. I'm not going in the right direction. Oh, right there. That Garfield right there. I've had it since I was in my teens. I loved Garfield as a kid, and then I worked at McDonald's, and I got that when I was a teenager. Sunday I had to pull it over, but I'm attached, and hopefully I didn't just go scratchy on you guys. Well, I'm 30 minutes in. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to share with you a few things. My next thing I'm going to have released will be the tutorial for my carrot, and then after that I'm going to show you my basket full of Easter basket ideas, or just fun spring ideas that are mini, quick, easy patterns that just tickled me. I'm so happy to be crocheting again. So happy. There's so many things that I want to make or I need to finish, and that's it. I don't know how to end these anymore. It's been 3 months. I can't believe it. 3 months. That's just nonsense. It's crazy. I hope that never happens again. It's too long. I love you guys. I love you so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for still being here. For those of you that are still here that haven't given up on me, thank you so much. I love you. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're having fun crocheting, and I will talk to you later. Bye.